let's focus on the draft. Pretty much the same draft coming out from OG. Oh, the other two players, they were watching the game, banning out Lycan, banning out Beastmaster.
Nice. Yeah, they knew it was coming. They make sure that it's not going to be a similar type of thing. It did feel like the thing that pulled it all together in a way was the Lycan for the extra attack speed, but it also, just on its own, Nature's Prophet and Enigma seemed very strong. And I think that in a way, the Night Stalker pick was kind of a trap. Like, getting the good vision down is all good and well, but this time I don't think it's going to be as effective because they have some good ways to defend against it. And OG are like, all right, that looks good. Let's try it ourselves.
All right, let's see what Night Stalker can do. They maybe baited a couple of bans with Beastmaster, and I'm pretty sure that they would pick Beastmaster and Lycan if they were available, but I'm also sure that they have something else prepared.
Okay. Anything in particular you'd really like to see? Or I guess it just kind of depends on what they want to do. I also want to mention, I think Juggernaut is a terrible hero. People keep on picking it, but oh my god. Every time I watch it, it loses. It's got such a bad win rate.
10 seconds remaining.
Do you have a percentage budget to Haas?
I think it's about 40%. That's around where it's at. And it's also like one of the most picked heroes. Yeah, I'll be a budget Nahaz. I'm fine with that. That's cool.
It's not an insult.
No.
It's actually a compliment.
I know. That guy's got some, like, really good knowledge. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, if someone said budget Lacoste or budget Lyrical, that's an insult for sure.
Ah. I don't even know how you could be a budget Lacoste or a budget Lyrical. Like, what would be the thing? Well, aren't we the budget like somebody else? I'm sure.
But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a personality that I'm budget fogged.
I mean, no, it's different though. You've got your own little thing. You've got your like little giggle and laugh. I think both of our laughs are very iconic in a certain way. Your giggle to yourself just makes me happy inside. I don't know why.
My farts are really unique as well.
Oh my god, get the hell out of here. Your budget too good. That's what you are.
Do you know that I can fart second
Please.
so in Symphony?
Please,
I'm not even
no.
kidding.
Please,
Like,
no.
I have it recorded.
5 seconds remaining.
You don't have to release that recording, man. Something
I could release it right now.
God
All right.
damn it.
So Kunkka's gone. That's a good ban coming up from OG.
Mm-hmm.
Because they like to group up as 5, and it's hard to win a team fight against the both. And it synergizes well with Shadow Demon, just to pull off the combo.
Yeah, I like it. It's been one of the go-to strats a long time ago. Man, I feel like we haven't seen a ton of Shadow Demon though. What do you think about it? Is this hero
I've
good?
seen some mid Shadow Demons, and it's effective. Actually, Thompson was playing it the last time I remember it.
Okay.
Because he received a lot of buffs. His third ability doesn't cost that much mana, so you can actually spam it out.
Okay.
But in general, that's one of my favorite heroes. But the hero is not that strong, and I love that if they can combine anything with Soul Catcher, like a Necro, a Finger, or I mean, there's a tiny combo. Lich, last pick. So that's
How
gonna
did
be
that get through?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. This is gonna be a lot of damage mitigation with all those summons. It's a good pickup.
I mean, they also have now the lane of Jug Lich together, which is one of the best ways that hero works, is get off to a really hot start, getting a bunch of kills. Yeah, I like that. God, what do you do as OG now? Like, the draft had crazy synergy before, but with the Beastmaster and Lycan bans out now, it's not as potent as we saw it last time, and it feels maybe a little bit like the draft's kind of gotten a little bit crazy. I don't know if I like it as much without the full synergy.
Yeah, with the latest patch, some heroes became stronger. All right, I have a strat that I thought of.
Oh, tell me about it.
I like the theory craft a lot when new patch comes out. So, but you basically pick Luna with Lunar Blessing, and you get a new Omni Knight with Heavenly Grace instead of Repel. It on level 4 you can actually max out that spell. It gives bonus 28 strength
Oh my god.
and Luna. So it gives around 1000 HP if you repel a unit that's standing close to Luna, who's a strength hero, right? Because it gives more attribute. So if you
Yeah.
have, let's say, a Dragon Knight, you need to have heroes who are strength. Let's say Sven, also to boost HP. But I would love to have a Dragon Knight, and you just group up S5, put Heavenly Grace on him, and that's a Dragon Knight with 1000 HP sitting with 20 HP regen and 15 armor. That seems pretty impossible to kill.
That sounds awful to play against. My god. I think that I mean, as soon as Luna got this change, I remember when it first came out, it was just like she was impossible to deal with. And then we've gotten to the point now where we're seeing support Lunas. It's just a very good hero. I think ILTW2 is one of the best at playing with it. When he was playing for Virtus Pro when they did the WESG last year, which was to me like one of his breakout performances, this was one of the heroes that he played that made him win over and over again. So ILTW is kind of, I feel like, been a mercenary in a way for the CIS region. He's played for a lot of top tier teams as a carry player that just fits in, comes in, does his job, and owns. And I think that's what OG
And
kind
then
of
leaves.
Exactly. And then he leaves afterwards. So you know what? That's fine, because OG just needs somebody to fill until Anna's back, and then they're fine.
I mean, everyone's kind of nostalgic about Anna and what he achieved, the way he played at TI. But man, maybe just chilling at some island, spending that money wisely. When I say wisely, I don't mean wisely. Just enjoying life. But
Yeah.
he deserved it.
Totally. Guy's a baller. I remember, like, it's so cool to see the growth of these players too, not just in terms of like their individual play, but them as people too. Because I remember I watched him at DAC, and if I think that it's long enough now again that people will have forgotten about it. But he went out there and like I remember seeing him shaking, freaking out because he's playing on this huge stage. He was like relatively new at that point as well, and he's playing against like his old team that kicked him, and there were all these issues. And then to see him go out on the main stage of TI and win it, like, we don't need to talk too much about their TI run, but it's something that I wanted to bring up real quickly, because the composure that he had in those final games, despite the fact that he couldn't see his hero, whatever, is awesome. It was really cool. So I was happy to see that.
Yeah, well, what do you mean we need to talk about their TI? Every time OG loses, people talk about TI.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Well, we've got ourselves a tiny Shadow Demon lane. Is the guy muted for you, by the way?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to check. No, he's not. Actually, I was wrong.
Heyo.
Or maybe my mute list got reset.
It's a possibility. Oh, you talked about the spam of the spells. Shadow Demon trying to find a good little angle here. ILTW. Gonna lay in to my spoon. I want to call him my spoon, but my spoon.
My spoon. Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why he's called like that. I mean, I can't blame people, dude. What the fuck? I called myself Lacoste 15 years ago. What?
I know.
Yeah, I'm taking that back. I'm gonna actually flame myself instead.
No, you're such a stylish
When
dude.
people ask me why do I call myself, I don't know. I had to call myself something like, oh, sure, I'm just gonna check out my shoes because the nickname that I wanted to have was taken back then, so I had to put an underscore as well on top of that.
That's
Pretty
amazing. Yeah.
sick. Yeah, it's genius.
If I would have named myself after my shoes, I would have been called Payless.
Is there a store in US that's called Payless?
Yeah, it's called Payless. Payless shoes. It's amazing. I was the old.
I
That was the old
would
burn.
shop at Payless.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I love buying cheap stuff. Like, it feels like you kind of cheating the system. Like,
course.
you're the one who's benefiting from it. Like, oh yeah, there's 70% discount. I'm gonna trick them and buy all of these. So yeah, let's focus on the game. Seb, Night Stalker, this time 6-2 on top lane. He's playing a solo lane. Enigma
Bottom lane.
Casually juggling.
Does look like they're going to find first blood, though. And trying to chend in these treants to get a kill. Do they get the body block off? Oh, Zoko trying to run and will not be able to find that kill, although they do TP when the Prophet. And give him the punch. Give him the finish. He gets his revenge. As LTW going to run away.
So this is actually worth it for OG. Like, he TP'd back, got a kill, got the gold, and they burned a lot of region on the sign of D2P. Yeah, that sounds wrong.
T2P? No, it's fine.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Surely it's okay. We're all Dota 2 players at heart. Hey man, what do you think about this? The mid Dazzle kind of owning the Ember. 17-3 versus the 10-2, and he still gets hit by the poison touch there. Reapplied to it. It's gonna take a lot of damage.
Dazzle loves playing against melee heroes. Poison touch got nerfed a couple of times. I think cast range and mana cost, but still, he's the lane dominator, especially against the melee heroes.
Jarex got all of these side camps blocked out over and over again by the Lich. He had to bring out 2 sentry wards to deward it, and then even then Lich was body blocking the other camp. So very frustrating start for them, and now we see the full combination. Seb just going to TP away, but that is the danger, right? You've got the Frost Shield with the spin, and then once you get level 3 for the Lich, eventually you can cancel that TP as well.
Just TP out.
Yeah.
But Lich is low on mana. He spent all of his mana early on, which means that Seb is gonna play aggressive, and he has a different skill build. What DK Phobos had in game 2, Hunter in the Night, 2 points. I'm wondering if he wants to actually just max that out, at least put 1 more point in it.
Oh, No Tail goes down bottom. Got hit by
You missed that one,
again.
didn't you?
No, I saw it. I was on it. I was looking
Alright.
at it. I'm with you.
But alright, the Twitch see it.
They did. Don't trip, chocolate
Alright,
chip. It's all
nice.
good in the hood. Mr. Seb, he's level foe. We got ourselves a Bounty Rune show coming up as well pretty soon here. Early going, I think that the X Factor is still this Enigma, who's kind of having a really good game. It feels like, and Tiny not having the greatest of times, but he's keeping up with the Luna.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jungle Tiny coming into your pubs.
Heyo.
Lich? Did someone say Lich? I love Lich.
He's in some trouble. The classic 5-minute battle, and Seb gets the nighttime. Gonna try and punch now into Mr. Boom. Was just gonna get the walk away.
He's actually maxing Hunter in the Night. I love this kind of a build because he can escape from Juggernaut's spin. He doesn't threaten him in any kind of a way. The only way to deal damage is if they use Sinister Gaze, and he doesn't even have that skill.
Uh-oh. Body blocks. Mr. Tiny, are you lost in the woods? They have another stick if they want to use it, but they can also just wait for Mr. Johann Prophet to show up, give that man the punches, and with more body blocks abound, they take down the Tiny. Give him the tip, too. Ugh, it hurts.
Ember Spirit level. He's gonna hit level 6 before Dazzle, actually.
He was able to dodge away from that, Oh my god.
He's gonna die. Okay, he dodged. He dodged. All good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's okay. I'm gonna go for a couple of those last hits there too, just with a sleight of fist. But Dazzle is really owning. No Tail. Gonna be able to walk away. Oh, the tree grab, and then also eating through one of them with the Quelling Blade. That was a really nice play, and No Tail might end up getting punished by it. But again, the body blocks. They're in position. And now they move into position also with this Tiny trying to find the Luna. Actually dodges away some of the damage from the toss because of the imprisonment, but No Tail still gonna die. And now they get that little bonus strength as well coming from the Lunar Blessing. So that should be about the end of it.
Whenever I see Nature's Prophet using Sprout, I'm always getting Arteezy flashbacks.
Oh no. It's true. It happens.
Yeah, look at Night Stalker. He's level 6 right now, has Dark Accession and 2 2 bracers, so he's tanky enough. There's no kill potential on side of D2P until they get level 6 on Jug, but they can kill bottom lane.
Yeah.
Soul Catcher level 1,
Radiant structures are
25%
fortified.
health lost. You just lower the HP and Tiny uses a combo and you're dead.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Silence, no spin up top. Does finally find it now. So Seb does not want to fully commit for that, but that brings the Shadow Demon out of bottom lane. And Seb has got his eyes here onto this Lich. Dark Ascension lasting a little bit longer. They will use the Imprisonment and ILTW also showing up right now. But on the high ground is the Dazzle, ready to turn this back around, but it was spotted by the Night Stalker. Getting that unobstructed
4-man
vision.
Shrine with Healing Ward.
That's nice.
3000 HP per
Dire's
second.
bottom tower
Ugh.
is under attack.
It's pretty tough to gank a Night Stalker at night, though. So as these 4 heroes rotate over, this will be fully scouted out, and OG can just back out if they want to. Oh my god, and yeah, it's just going to be a dead Shadow Demon here in a second. Actually, he's living a while. Does not have any points engraved, though, and the Sleight of Fist going to be enough to finish him off. Jerax does go down, but now chasing in with the Eclipse. On to Mr. Diggy. He will die. Thompson, no points en route, but he can just run down the Lich here as well. And he eventually will go down. Double kill for Thompson. We're still chasing the Jug. He's hiding away in the trees. And they won't dive in for him, but just going to take the tower instead.
Yeah, just stay hidden in the trees. You can't die. They're gonna not gonna search for you there. He's still level 5. That's a problem. Like he can try to backstab. I'm not sure if anyone wants to TP into this.
Dire's structures
Okay,
are
he's being
fortified.
pinged out. They know.
Yeah. Heads up play. They don't know if he has 6 yet. Now they realize that he does, and well, they had already used Eclipse anyways, so kind of hard to make that play. Meanwhile, movement from Dota 2 players.
Which one? Radiant or Dire?
The dire ones, yeah. They're coming down south. They want to kill Mr. Prophet. And they get another silence. This is a long duration here onto the Jug. Cannot go for the spin away yet, but he does finally get it. Now the Healing Ward down, going for the spin, and the walk away Seb. Fully committed for this one, but just gonna get eaten up. The Avalanche toss, and one more punch, that's all he needs. Tree grab, throw it into the trees.
5 seconds. Dark
They got him.
My boy, who's not muted, my spoon, as you like to call him, gets his 4th kill. He's on killing spree.
Is under attack.
Is that full drums on him? Not yet.
Well, Jerax smoked up. They will spot him. Thompson shows up, gets the root onto 2, but the fear pulls him in, and the Prophet shows up, and the strength of this global team. So much mobility on all of OG. No tangos to eat his way out of here, and more body blocks. Johan has been hitting all of these all day long, and they will kill off this Shadow Demon. Killing spree for Thompson.
Yeah, I see more and more people picking up drums.
Radiant's top
I've seen
tower is under attack.
Miracle building it on Jug. That's what Juggernaut has in this game queued up. Thompson, again with the Phase Boots build into drums, just to tank up,
Radiant's
buff
top tower is
buff his whole team.
Yo, what's Seb doing? I guess he's got Dark Ascension, so he doesn't need to worry about it too much. But they're just going to take this tower. Thought maybe there would have been a wraparound, but
Radiant's top tower
it's OG with the more mobile team. And they're going to push down this bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is
Thompson,
under attack.
tempting fate. Needs to be careful to dodge away from those shadow poisons. And does not get the TP rotation that I think he wanted. In the meantime, Jerax has just been slowly farming away. Now has a Helm of the Dominator with no boots. Okay.
Man, sometimes I really miss Iron Talent, Poor Man's Shield, Jungle, Legion Commander when I see someone jungling. Like, oof.
They're bringing it back, man. Thompson? Needs to be a little bit careful. The Omni Slash gonna connect onto both of them. The
Oh,
Avalanche
easy.
gonna connect.
Middle tower.
Got him caught. Do have level 6 on Jerax, but no mana. Use the Malefice. He doesn't have the black hole afterwards. Seb's going into this. They wanted to find that perfect angle of initiation. They will take down that Lich, and now the Dazzle's still living through it. Didn't get the salve off to try and stay alive through all of that, and the black hole does finally fall. Gonna kill off the Shadow Demon to boot. 3 for 2 trade with My Smoon caught, and the celebratory gongs being rung as they will try and kill off this last Dota 2 player.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to play Luna into Jug Tiny plus Shadow Demon as well. Like, Shadow Demon was
Dire's
kind of
top tower
countered
is under attack.
to Luna for I don't know, as long as the hero existed, I guess.
Yeah. It's definitely true. It's like a very good answer to her. You get the auras as well.
Radiant's
Mr.
bottom
Prophet just
tower
hanging up
is
out
under
on this
attack.
cliff here. Doesn't look like anybody's going to find him. So he'll be able to get the TP away. Does he go to the other cliff? He's thinking about it.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Easy.
It's,
And that scouts
This
out
is
the
so-
smoke too.
yeah, that's so hard to counter. Like the warding coming out from position 5, Nature's Prophet. And he's maxing out the teleport so he can be around the map all the time. 1-4-1 build.
Very nice. And like this is just, it gives so much info about where to farm on the map. Like LTW feels comfortable farming here because they knew that they were heading up to the north and reveal themselves on the lane. Do they find themselves this Night Stalker? They do get him. No Dark Ascension. Mr. Seb in some trouble and gonna die, but they do lose the tiny mid while that's happening.
Yeah, they're gonna get the tower for it. Shadow Demon TP'd, but there's no way he's defending this one. The problem is you have position 4 Shadow Demon, you have position 5 Lich. None of these two heroes provide any kind of initiation, so that's a bummer. And the Tiny still 1,000 gold away from a Blink Dagger.
Yeah. It is feeling like that needs to be one of those items to really turn the tide a little bit into the favor of Dota 2 pros. It's not like it's an insurmountable lead by any stretch of the imagination. I think that they're still playing quite well on the Dire. But it does feel like it's this impending sense of doom of a Luna getting out of control, and LTW is starting to get into those massive farming items.
Looking good.
So, 15-minute mark. Gonna be some bounty runes traded off, most likely, as it looks like the Shadow Demon is in position. Does he get the deny onto this bounty rune? He's gonna send the tree to get some vision instead.
It looks like it's gonna be 2 for 2. Bottom, Ember, level 12, already TPing. He wants to be able to defend it. Shadow Demon.
Got him caught. Gets his bounty rune.
5 Ember Spirits.
They're all there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mr. Lich, scouted out by the Dom creep, and gonna be ran down here as well.
Yeah, that's my creep, Dom creep.
Dom creep, that's right. Mr. Stipitch.
Never refuse gold given.
Oh, Dazzle.
They just keep on dying. Like, it's not great. It's not where
Yeah,
you want to
that's-
be.
This budget eclipse not very effective, but still they managed to grab a kill.
Yeah. Good decision by the Luna to not go for the last hits on those Dominator, the Necro books. Might have killed herself with the extra damage that'd come out there from Mr. Dazzle. So a 3,000 gold lead, and it sort of just feels like clockwork on this timing of the night cycle every 5 minutes. OG can be really aggressive around the map. As I say that, there might be an Omni Slash, but this Night Stalker is very tanky. He's going for a Midas. All right, he tips the jug, trying to bait him into using an Omni Slash. Tip him again. Let's see if they do it. I'm just gonna throw out the Frost Blast.
They can't kill him, he has Dark Ascension. Just okay, so Tiny with the Blink Dagger, they need to make some kind of a rotation right now. What? Nature's Prophet? What? TPs and just TPs back out?
He TP'd in, sprouted him, and then TP'd away. And now he hits him with the ulti. It's like, what are you doing? He's just messing with them. Ed is a Blink Dagger finish for the Tiny now. And Maelstrom for the Ember. Okay.
So, Enigma has BKB queued up after some of the Dominator, Arcane Boots. Okay, so
He just walked
That should-
uphill.
Yeah, this should reveal the ward. This also reveals the Blink Dagger on Tiny, not the best initiation. Nature's Prophet already TPing to a side.
Yeah. We do have,
Scanning.
let's see, 17 minutes. 3,000 gold lead in spite of that death on the Ember. And I guess if you're OG, you still have the Roche taking potential also. As Seb is going to be found here. Dark Ascension popped, but he's already tossed up in the air and just dies to it. They've been really cavalier with their movement around the map. This is getting punished pretty heavily.
D2P, they're not playing bad, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Protecting their cores. They managed to take tier 1 tower on mid, which is the most important tower in the game. Tier 1 tower on top. Bottom is on half HP. Let's see Juggernaut.
He should be fine here. Goes for the spin afterwards. We'll give up the healing ward life. And that's going to be the end of it. But yeah, I would agree that it feels like they're staying pretty even right now with OG. What always feels like happens in these games, though, is the late game decision making really can sometimes determine, you know, who it is that's going to be the one in the lead. And I think OG's draft is a little bit easier to play in a way because you just sort of fight around the Luna once she gets BKB.
Yeah, even if they don't have big ultis ready, OG can still fight way
Oh,
better
God.
than D2P. Nice
Good save. Seeing if they can keep everybody alive. They're going to pop the shrine also. He runs over to the side there. Toss up in the air, but it's not going to be enough. And now Enigma moving into position with the black hole. They have the Eclipse already used. They don't even need the black hole to win this fight. Going to toss away that Night Stalker, but he will eventually be able to find his man. Dazzle just going to run away, and Tiny is going to be killed off. They still have the black hole if they want to use it, but this is a Shadow Demon. Ran forward and is going to be punished. 3 dead.
Shadow Demon finished Luna with the Shadow Poison stacks.
Okay.
Nicely done, but the problem is this Juggernaut, if he gets caught, even if he uses Omni Slash, like it's level 1 Omni, so that's not a lot of damage, and there's a lot of summons on side of OG, so a lot of damage is going to be shared.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It feels like maybe Battle Fury is the one of the answers to that one, possibly. But he's just has not decided to go for that. Sort of want to get
Yeah,
the
he's not
drops.
getting Battle Fury ever in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, I feel like Battle Fury on Jug is a waste of money.
Okay. That's fair. 20-minute mark, and do they trade off the runes? It looks like the Tiny was able to get one. Falling Blades himself out of the Sprout. Now goes and gets the other bounty. Oh, nighttime. Throws on the silence. Got themselves caught yet again. You might need a BKB on this Jug because it ain't working right now. He does manage to get the spin and then the runaway, but I mean, the fact that there's that much pressure on, you force out the rotation, you have to have somebody nearby to save. It just doesn't feel good right now playing this Juggernaut.
Yeah, he needs that Manta style to get rid of that silence.
Oh,
on the slash
it's an
phase
aura,
level
though.
two.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
but
under attack.
oh wow, yeah. What?
The aura for Mr. Night Stalker. The Crippling Fury shenanigans.
Radiant
Yeah.
Dire's
That's my bad.
Dire's
It's
bottom
all good.
tower
This hero's been
Jesus,
changed a
that-
billion
that-
times.
No, I was thinking like, yeah, get Manta styled out of silence, but oopsie.
It happens. I think that also the thing about it is like, this is just a hero that you don't want to have to build BKB on for boom. Like,
Oh,
it
no.
sucks.
I mean, you have no damage if you get a BKB. That's the thing. You need to play. I think you need to risk more to actually gain more.
Yeah.
Luna's having a tough time in this game.
Yeah. Might have a little bit of a tougher time here also, as she is
Oh,
just...
he's gonna wait. What?
All right, you realize, all right, let's chase this person down here. And they're going to use the ulti from Shadow Demon to find the kill into ILTW. Eventually pops. Nice pickup there.
Radiant structure.
So a 4,000 gold lead for OG. 19 to 13, 22 minutes in. What's the point where you start thinking about Roche, do you think?
If they get a good fight, any of the teams get 1 or 2 kills, they could easily go for Roche. Night Stalker has Vlad's finished. You have Helm of the Dominator, all these creeps. It's easy. They take down Roche on side of D2P. You have a healing ward. You have illusions to tank it with.
Yeah. Topson going for Octarine afterwards, also. Han has his little collection of treants around the area. And it looks like...
It's so... Yeah, they're gonna go into Roche, but it's so hard to itemize Luna in this kind of a game. You're playing against like Tiny, Shadow Demon, Jug. You need a BKB because of the spell damage, but you're also playing against Shadow Demon ulti. You have to be afraid of Omni Slash as well, so it's hard to itemize.
Moving into position right now. Dota 2 players anticipating this Roche is going on. They're going to jump in with the Ember, but Tiny already on top of ILTW, and the Omni Slash. Luna is about to die. No, walking into the pit. They get the kill before the black hole comes out. So these heroes are not dying in the duration of the black hole, and Dazzle just keeps on building up this bad Juju stacks. This is going to be a lot of minus armor onto all of them, but it's not looking like it's quite going to be enough as of yet. Seb, 2 stacks of Shadow Poison, still living. A triple kill from Topson. Seb might die to this one, but he pops the stacks too early and starting to get the health back afterwards. They can't find the kills on Dota 2 players, but Topson looking for his second rampage in 2 games. Give this man his dues, and No Tail was pump faking the hits.
I was afraid for a second that No Tail's gonna steal it. Like, that would be so bad mannered. So another rampage for Topson. Nothing to see here. D2P even bought back. They used everything on Luna. Luna died. She's kind of playing the sacrificial carry in this game because they have a lot of counters to her, and she dies, then the rest of the team just cleans them up. Man, Night Stalker is such a great hero. We're gonna see way more of this hero.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I mean, that was, you know, without Eclipse and ILTW basically dying at the start of the fight too, right? Like, so she did basically no damage in that, and they still won it, like, triumphantly. Topson is so out of control. And of course, Seb just soaking up all that damage, throwing out silence, and being a problem. Man. Lacoste, it's looking rough.
Yeah, it's not looking good, even though it's only 6k network advantage for OG. But I mean, we gotta give credit to D2P. Last team lasted for 18 minutes.
Yeah.
They're 25 minutes into this game. They're gonna find No Tail, maybe.
Ooh. Saw him get out of there, just barely. And he goes up north, actually. So they, I think, spotted him briefly. Yeah, alright. He gets away from one, he gets found by another. And No Tail now going to die. The heal bomb or just the punches? That's fine. And now, looks like Seb is going to be able to get not found out by the Juggernaut. And he is just
No Tail
up here.
Yeah, No Tail dies. See where they are. ILTW gets the tower.
Oh my god, Thompson, he's crazy. With all of this healing coming in, the Chain Frost is not going to bounce at all. He's getting the spell lifesteal, and Boom just going to try and run away in the duration of that. They kill off the healing ward with the Hellbear. Ice Spoon trying to run, but will be found. And up north, they've got themselves this Dazzle. Tries to go for the TP out, but it is not going to happen. 3 dead again, and OG have not had to use that many black holes, but they're still winning the game.
Yeah, sometimes the threat of a black hole is bigger than actually usage of a black hole.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go for 4 tier 3s. Gonna summon some treants, tank the tower. Buybacks coming out from Dazzle.
Oh, No Tail.
They need to get the illusion off Luna if possible too.
Move in. They find the root there. Immediately going to be Greaves off Topson. Taking that damage from the Soul Catcher. Bringing his HP low. We'll come back in a second here. Obviously can't go for the TP and Remnant back in, but they got what they came for. They take down the tier 3 towers. And are going to be able to retreat for the shrines if they so desire. But part of the strength of this is just getting that ward down behind enemy lines and
Dire's bottom
making sure they see where the angle of initiation comes from.
Yeah, they popped the scan to see if they're coming from the shrine, and instantly went up, just trying to take care of a backstab coming up from D2P.
Dire's
11,000.
That's a BKB on Luna, that's a BKB on Night Stalker, 10-second BKB on Enigma. It's time to finish this game.
Dota 2 players looking for an opening, but the BKB comes out and the Eclipse, it's being soaked up by a lot of these illusions and necro books, and well, the Frost Shield keeping alive this Tiny as well, but now the jump in, all of the damage over time coming from Thompson, slowly wearing down the Dota 2 players. The buyback comes from the Lich. LTW kind of isolated here and in some trouble, but Jerix walks in, finds the black hole on the 2. No way to stop this at all as ILTW just beats into both of them. Double kill again for Thompson. And as has been sort of a story of this series and of all of the OG games, Thompson is godlike. This is what happens when you give this man an Ember, a hero that can just take over the game.
Dire's middle
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Night Stalker as a hero. He counters Juggernaut so hard. And GG's called, 28-minute game, 10 more than what the Team Cabal lasted. Not Cabal, right? Caban.
The Boar, we'll just call them the Boars.
Boris team.
Well,
Yeah, the problem is with their kind of a draft where you have Shadow Demon and Lich. Not a big fan of those, where you don't have any way to start a fight. One has defensive mechanism, and you kind of have no control. You're relying on Tiny to get a good timing on a Blink Dagger, and if you compare these two lineups, OGs have so much more to offer in the early game, and as team fighting capabilities goes, it's just way superior. And there's no real lockdown for Ember Spirit. It's a free Ember Spirit game, and no wonder he's a godlike. The only stun they have is a Tiny, and it's not a reliable stun.
no, definitely not. Yeah, so impressive stuff from OG. I think what we both expected. This is Group A going kind of how we thought it would. I think the biggest surprise is just that Caban was able to get one of those wins in the last series. And unless Dota 2 players get themselves a win in the next game, it's looking pretty rough for them. You can't afford to go out 0-2 because then the best you can possibly hope for is to draw against Caban, and then you're on equal footing. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Game number 2 right around the corner. Again, best of 2. It's OG versus the Dota 2 players in Group A for the Star Ladder Minor Qualifiers EU region. Myself and Lacoste will be back right after this.